Outfits then versus now. Fashion has truly evolved over the years. And in some cases, well, not so much. I don't even know what kind of funky shit they got going on the runway. But today I'm gonna go over every decade, how we even got to this point, and some iconic fits, some iconic for bad reasons. The bowler hat / fedora. This was it in the 1920s. Put that on with the suit, and you're an absolute pussy magnet. You are a poon slayer for the day. But nowadays, the fedora doesn't really have a great stigma around it. And bowler hats are basically irrelevant now. But the fact that the fedora has survived for so long is crazy. Now it's just worn by simps and people who serenade women still in 2024. And apparently, regular baseball caps did not become streetwear accessory until the 1980s. So I don't know what we were doing. But yeah, people would dress like they're going to a wedding everywhere from the 20s and 30s. And the 40s, a new thing was introduced that was absolute horseshit. Suspenders. Like, it just takes away from the cleanness of a suit. The only reason you should be wearing suspenders is if you're on a farm or some shit. Don't even get me started on the people that pull a Steve Urkel and pull them bitches all the way up. Like, how do your nuts not feel like they're being strangled? Like, I'm not saying that to be funny. That shit hurts. And then you walk around like you just pissed yourself. Because there's no way you're walking like a normal human if your pants are all the way to your goddamn nipples. And if you wore jeans in the 40s, you were looked at like you were an alien. It was considered a rebellion movement to wear jeans in the 1950s. Genuinely, how? It's a nice casual comla fit, but where I draw the line is jorts. It was a trend for about like 30 or so years and it kind of died. Started up in the late 60s, but holy shit were these things weird. I had my own pair of jorts and it was uncomfortable as hell. Just wearing them outside, just something felt off. And when I wore the jorts, they would go to my ankles. And some people wear jorts over their jeans. What is even the point of that? If I walk down the street with a pair of jorts over my jeans, I'm getting flamed. I'm getting absolutely roasted. Never was a fan of jorts in my personal opinion. But I get it. It gets warm in the summer. You still want to wear jeans and it's like 100 degrees. And I very rarely see someone with jorts on. People still wear them. But people do not wear hippie tie-dye stuff anymore. This is a 60s trend that absolutely got nuked. When you look at a shirt, it will look like you're in an acid trip. Some of the shirts had some weird-ass psychedelic patterns on it. And tie-dye just does not hold up today. If my hair gets this long, someone's gonna see me from behind and say, "Excuse me, ma'am?" Oh. And it's just one awkward moment. But here was the average hippie fit. You had your headband. You had your leg warmers? Leg warmers. If you're cold and you're wearing leg warmers, put on pants. Like, this is just negative drip, bro. I'm sorry. The more trendy something is, chances are the more horrendous it is when we look back on it years later. So far, this is the worst trend that I've gone over today. But maybe one at the end will top this. And I don't think anything's beating jeans for the best. Next, we got the whole disco era in the 70s. I don't really know how to feel about these fits. Some of them, they just can't even match for shit. Although 60s and 70s were a very experimental time, we got sweatpants. But they didn't really look this clean yet. We're getting there. They still looked horrendous. Like, I don't even know what this matching is. Sweatpants were not good at first, but they've definitely evolved. Sweatpants have definitely going to be the most different then versus now, or whatever you call them, joggers. There were a lot of good evolutions for fashion. Of course, we wouldn't be there without the shitty start. But I don't see this fashion trend or statement ever evolving. Shoulder pads. So people would rep these shoulder pads, I guess, to look bigger. Go to the gym. Bulk. Get the lean gut. Get the Nick Avocado. Okay, never mind. Just bulk. And hit the gym instead of wearing these goofy ass shoulder pads. They're only supposed to be worn for protection on the football field. Or I guess if you have ops and they like shooting at your shoulder, then fair enough. Okay, never mind. That probably wouldn't even protect you from a gunshot. But overall, 80s fashion was good. Oh, wait. Never mind. But it was getting there. It was progressing. But just some of the stuff is just way too experimental, like hammer pants. You thought the other pants I showed looked like you had a trash bag on? Oof. It genuinely looks like a trash bag. Why is there so much room in the crotch? So you're gonna tell me you go to the bar with these things on and you say, "Sir, ladies?" They're gonna continue to talk to you with those goddamn things on. Absolutely not. That shit's just gonna hurt your chances. Why would you even do that? But next up, we got overalls. I know Mario had Mad Mo in the 80s, like he had Mad Buzz. But overalls are just not it. I would just look like a farmer with them shits on. It's exactly like wearing snow pants, and I can't even walk in those. So how would I expect to walk in overalls? Like, what do you think would look drippier? A nice shirt with a cool design on it, or overalls. They could be useful if you're like working under the toilet, you're plumbing shit, or doing something that gets your hands dirty, but just wearing them casually, I don't know. There's so many other things to wear, and if I wore it, I would look like a farmer. Grinding that heyday IRL, even though I'm not. I would just be a fake. I'd be a phony. Doesn't really describe the duck that well. But you know what does? Basketball shoes. Jordans. Yes, I'm a sneakerhead. And this was one of the best trends to drop, I don't care. And Nike absolutely assassinated whoever was the previous big shoe for basketball. Look at the Converse shoes compared to Nike. If I showed someone those shoes, they would think they're bowling shoes. Because we all know bowling shoes are just anti-drip. Okay, anything's better than bowling shoes, but platforms. We are about to roll our ankle with these. If I wore these, I would literally roll my ankle in seconds. There were some designs of it that weren't bad, but holy shit. What in the Ronald McDonald are these? Okay, I don't know why I said Ronald McDonald, but the color palette's right there. These are 30 centimeters. I'm not trying to be in the hospital, bro. I want to be able to walk. I'm gonna be on crutches next thing you know with these damn things. Next, we got fanny packs. Now, I don't really know how to feel about fanny packs, to be honest. Some are common and some are absolute ass. And then some are $1,350. Fanny packs, I mean, they're pretty useful if you want to, like, hold your phone in it or whatever, especially at amusement parks where you don't want your phone falling off the ride. These things are pretty clutch. So you know what? I see the appeal for this one. The color block hoodie / jackets. These feel impossible to match with. I don't know how I would do it. What do I even match it with? It just feels impossible to rock this today. Unless the colors aren't like bright to the point where they're like, it's like a flashbang. But most of them in the 90s were insanely bright and neon. They would not hold up today. Crocs. Now, I used to rep Crocs back in the day while it was dead too, because Crocs made a resurgence with the likes of the Lightning McQueen Crocs and the Shrocs. And I don't even know why there's a nose on it, but there is. I would mainly wear them to the beach. I would not wear them out casually, because I don't know, the holes just look goofy. So I made sure when I was wearing them, I had a bunch of pins in them. The pin collectibles were pretty cool, I'm not gonna hold you, but some of them I didn't even think existed. There's a goddamn lean cup. A lean cup charm. It doesn't get any better than that. That's peak. You know, I enjoyed my Croc era, but I don't think I would ever wear them today. Especially these Temu looking things. What the foot skip-ball jerseys? Just by the name alone, this trend doesn't sound pleasant at all. This trend is basically people would wear a football jersey and then a basketball jersey on top of the jersey. Like, bro, I would think you're cross-faded if you're like, yeah, man, let me just put on my foot skip-ball jersey real quick. Like, what the hell is a foot skip-ball? This one probably isn't even a trend. I just added it in here because it was goofy. Grills. I don't know why you would get grills in your mouth, because you won't be able to speak or he's talking like this, or when you first set them in. Imagine you're an up-and-coming rapper, you get grills, and then you try to spit something on a song. The prod turns on the beat and you say, I got hella hoes, yeah. I don't think it's worth slurring my words, though. I'm not gonna hold you. And when you eat with them, what do you even do? Food's gonna get stuck in them, and who knows what could happen with your teeth. They do look fly as hell, but there just seems to be way too many downsides. Next, we got pants sagging, a 2010s trend. Everyone in my school was doing this. You could literally see their goddamn Fruit of the Loom stamp on their underwear. What if you had tighty whities on? That shit would just be embarrassing. Better not pull up to the function with the tighty whities on if you're gonna sag your pants. Not a very good idea. I never understood this fashion statement. You're literally just gonna be walking like you pissed yourself. Just to look a little bit cooler, just to get more cool points. Not worth it. Anime t-shirts. Alright, I'm not gonna go too much in depth because I went over this in another video. There's a certain type of anime t-shirts that should be forbidden and banished from this universe and into the shadow realm. And I think we all know what I'm alluding to. The neon Under Armour bright color middle schooler starter pack. This is what every mid-2010s middle schooler was wearing, including me. Turtlenecks, I hated them. That's all I'm gonna say. It was just too itchy. 2010s had some pretty good fashion and bad, but for the 2020s, I feel like this is peak fashion for the casual fit. If you're walking on the street, you're likely to see this fit. Look how clean this looks. But if you see someone walking on the runway, oh hell no, that shit's ass. What are they even trying to do at this point? What kind of fashion statement are they making? They're just trying to be different at this point. People are thinking, what is the weirdest thing I can put on for this runway? And boom, they just roll with it. Look at this shit. Look at it. Stare. And an outfit like this will 100% get you roasted. But I've made a video right here about the outfits that will get you roasted. Go watch it. You don't want to get roasted, do you? Huh?